everybody, how you doing today? I am doing Happy Mail and just kind of showing y'all what I've got laying around. I'm trying to find homes for a lot of stuff, so I'm doing some Happy Mail and some ideas together. So y'all just jump in and we'll just talk and we'll go through stuff and see what kind of ideas y'all can come up with for it. Let's get going. First thing I'm thinking about is giving about. Let me get some stuff kind of moved around, then we will discuss it. I've got 4 envelopes right here to put Happy Mail in. First thing I'm going to do is move some of this lace and fabric and whatnot. Put that over there. Okay. What I have is those 4 envelopes for Happy Mail. What I'm doing is I have a small bag of yo-yos, and I was thinking about putting a few in there that can be used for flowers or for whatnot. So I'm thinking about 4-piece. There we go. Oops. So that's 4 in each bag. Get these put away. Put those over there. I also did some trimming out of some from some lace that I had. Not lace, it was, it's a lace curtain that I had, and I was able to get some roses cut out from it. So I was thinking about putting one each in those of the Happy Mail. So I'll do that. I'm just tossing them in there. Right now, I'm not going to worry about it being flat or anything like that until I'm ready to get it ready to ship. Right now, it's just a gather things up and see what I may want to use. Let's see. Got all that stuff. I'll use little bits of that. Okay, we're done with those. Those are good. I do have some stickers. All of my stickers, pretty much, unless I've got them for Happy Mail myself or in some other, some other way. I tend to stick with Christian stickers. Perhaps this is the moment for which you were created. And that's in Esther 4:14. Just little things like that. I like to put them in there. I just kind of, I usually just grab a handful like that and put them in there. Each one. Okay. Set these put away. I'm ready for it. Let me see. I'm looking through my containers to see what I do want to put in and what I may want to wait on. Okay. In this box, you'll see I have some stuff that I've made within here that I like to put in for Happy Mail. So most of what I do, there is, like I said, a Christian theme about it. I tend to keep it all that way, unless it's just something that I have gotten I'm going to throw in. Like I've got 3 of these cards. I'll put, let me see how many of these I've got. I'm going to put one of these flowers in each of them. Maybe, let me shut this lid. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I'm going to be putting one of each of these in there. I also have some little bookmarks that were made from fabric that was made from, it's actually for couches and whatnot. And I got the remnants in a book of, that they used to show them in. So I got that and I cut it up. So I'm going to pull 4 of these out and put them in there. And put that away. Doesn't take long for me to do this because I've got things in little containers and buckets and whatnot. So I know pretty much where things are. These are little die cuts. I have a lot of them. Let me see. Okay. I've got a lot of this type of stuff, so I just kind of go in, pull a few things out. Cards. Those. Signs. Stamps. Stuff like that. I'm not going to put too many stamps. Let me pull some of this stuff out. There we go. This again. And put some of these in here. Okay. I do have some more little ephemera, but we put enough in there. I have some wooden things, some butterflies, some leaves, different stuff that I've come across. So I am going to put a butterfly in each one and a leaf in each one. Thought I had those open. Get these opened up. So we got 4 butterflies, 4 little leaves, and like I said, these are going to be used however they want to use them. A lot of these, a lot of people that I send them to do junk journals, and so they will use them in their junk journals, or they will move them on to somebody else who they think will use them more than they would. This is some flowers. That's not going anywhere. It is mine. I keep pretty much all my things together, what I'm going to use and what I'm going to give away. So you're going to see things and you're going, ooh, she's giving some of that away. No, sorry. I do have some of these, and I am going to drop a few in there of these. I'll give them 2 apiece. Go ahead and pull these out. There we go. That there. Let's get these put in here. And like I said, these will be, I'll pull everything out of them and pack them to where it'll be as flat as I can get it. That way the postage will not be as bad as it could be. So I'm going to go ahead and put these aside where I can get to them. Now, to show y'all some of the stuff I have, I pulled a bunch out. And I probably didn't need to, but I want to kind of give y'all an idea of what I do. I do quilt. Hi, Jean. How you doing? I just got some stuff out. I just fixed 4 envelopes for Happy Mail going out to people. And basically, I'm just kind of showing them what I'm into and what I'm doing. I found this old quilt that was on another site. Trying to remember her name. Pearl's Findings. Pearl. Anyway, her name is Pearl. And she has some wonderful lace and linens and everything. So she had this quilt, and they were ripping it. They did one part of it, one side, not even a side, one row, and they ripped it. And I quilted. I just went ah. So I asked them how much they wanted for it, and I bought the whole thing. So now the part that they had ripped off, I was able to get into two blocks. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way. Into 2 blocks with this in the center. And what I was thinking was using this as a journal cover to where you could put your signatures, on here and sew them down. And then use this. And I've got quite a lot of this. Like I said, this is the only 2 pieces that I have taken the quilt apart. You'll notice I did not say rip, I took it apart. And here's another one showing the 2 sides there. Hi, how you doing, Rita? Nice to see you. So I've got 2 of these, and you know it's an old quilt when you see the quilt, the block, the person the block did, their name. Their name was on this block. Let me move my hand there. There you go. Let me see if there's a name on this other block. Yes. On this block, here's that name. So these were ladies who got together and did blocks and then put it together. This is, I believe some of it is hand sewn and some of it is sewn on the sewing machine. I don't see any signatures on these blocks, but throughout the quilt there are signatures on the blocks themselves. Like I said, I'm undoing them and getting them to where they can see. People can see what I'm up to anyway. So I'm doing that, and I, like I said, I think Pearl, and I wish I knew what her site was called, and I will get that and put it up there. I will. Now, what I have been working on today is I showed y'all this earlier, is some little pieces of lace that had, actually it was a lace curtain. I took it and I saw these roses on it, so I took it apart. I cut it up, and so I've got, I know aside somewhere amongst the stuff here is another 3 or 4 of these, and then I have a whole thing of it. Let me see if I can grab it. What did I do with that one? Is that it? Maybe I have a whole thing of it. And this is what I'm cutting out, are those. Or the flowers. Like on this one, cut these flowers, and I'll cut maybe some of the trim here. So it really depends on what catches my eye as to what, for the piece, what I'm going to cut and all that. This is something that somebody sent this to me. I don't know who it was or where it came from, but I found it in one of my boxes with my stuff. So it's not going anywhere. I'm going to actually use it as a template for me to do other stuff. I do that. I don't know how to do stuff. So I will buy or somehow acquire something and see if I can do it too. Or see if I can tweak it in a way that will make it my own. Let me put that over here. Put these little cutouts over there. Then I have lace, and I have ribbon, and I have this blue. It's a dark blue. And when I'm doing fabric for Happy Mail, I just go a hand's length. I go like that and cut, that and cut. I'm not putting any lace or anything in those because I put a lot of my different ephemera in there. Stickers, little cutouts, punch outs, that type of stuff in my Happy Mail because the girls that I send it to, usually that's what they're looking for. I know there are other people. Thank you, Jen, for joining me on Jen's Junk Journaling. Well, excuse me, it's Junk Journaling Jen. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, Rita, for joining me. That would use more than just a hand's width of this because they would just, put it on a sheet where I've noticed when y'all do stuff, it's like this. It's a big hunk. So for me, anyway, it's a big deal. So I have a whole lot of this. So I will be cutting it up and trying to find new homes for stuff. I will keep some of it for myself because I'm just like that. I found it. I'll share, but I won't let you have it all. But I will share. Let me see. Let me put this over here. I do have some burlap that I got from another sale. And what I did with this, I don't know if you know about junk journaling, about doing art on a gel plate. But you use paint and you put it on a gel plate and you run a brayer over it. And it will leave the markings of what you put on there. So I use this burlap for that. I know there's 100 other things that it can be used for, and I do have a little roll of it. So I do have that. I have more ribbon and stuff and fun stuff. Some of it I've got, I'm like, oh, what am I going to do with this? But I've got this. I've got a good little piece of it. There we go. I've got a good little piece of that. And I have been thinking about selling, but I'm sorry, I can't do it. I just can't. It's too, it's just too much to even think about. So I like to give my stuff away. But if it is like, if somebody's watching, like if I have some of the girls that may be watching the repeat, and y'all want something, I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to have y'all pay for shipping. Shipping is outrageous right now. I can do Happy Mail. I can do, the couple of dollars type stuff, but I can't do 5 and 10, 5 and 10 times 5 and 10. It's a little much for me. But so I have this, and I have some of this stuff. I pulled this off of, I think, the tablecloth I just pulled out. And I did yank it off because I really didn't like any of the patterns but this right here. And I think there's some more of those flowers on it. Let me get this out of my way. And then, so I have a lot of different stuff. I have blues, blacks, greens, tons of stuff, but it's not a lot. It's not a lot. It's just a little bit. So for y'all watching, if there's anything that you've seen or you want to ask me about, holler, because I've got all types of stuff. I've got cardstock. I've got stencils. What I do, I have a lot of stamps, also the rubber stamps and the cling stamps. And I have done in Happy Mail, I've stamped stuff on a copy paper and stamp some of my stamps on it and then put it in with the Happy Mail. And I may do that for the 4 that I've gotten together. just in case you haven't seen it, I will kind of do a dump and show of what I put in this Happy Mail. Ah, there we go. And this is pretty much what will happen in a Happy Mail. I put 4 or 5 yo-yos. I think it was 4. Could have been 5. I don't see anymore, so it's probably 4. I put a flower that I had made, some stickers, which my stickers generally are Christian stickers. They have verses on them, or things like that. Like this one is "Be still and know that I am God." So they have different sayings. So I dropped them in there. I put some other ephemera, little stuff like this. Oops. And then some little beads and a wooden butterfly and this and some other ephemera, just stuff that I had laying around, and I decided it's cool. Let's do it. I also got a book of fabric. It's like a show book, like if you were getting your couch redone, it's like a show book. And so I got that fabric, and on the ends there was this hard kind of cardstock, but it was stuck to the fabric. So what I did is I got it, cut it out, and made bookmarks out of it. Or I'm going to make belly bands or whatever else comes to mind with that stuff. And then the fabric itself, I do have a lot of it. This is just pieces of the fabric. Let me get this thing back in there to where I don't have it all on the floor. Okay, Jen, have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend. And thank you for getting my box out. I'll do a opening when it gets here. Let's put this away. This is the fabric that came out of that book. This is just pieces of it. I have a whole piece about the size of this card stock here. About a 12 and a half. Maybe it's probably 18 by 12, maybe, or by 8. I'm not sure. I haven't got them out. This is just pieces of them. And I'm going to be trimming some of that off and putting it in Happy Mail or things like that, whenever I get a moment and people see what I have and they're like, "Ooh, I'd like some of that." Well, okay, we can do that. Let me, see what you're wanting and see what the shipping's going to be like, and then we'll discuss it. But just pieces of fabric, and it's not soft, but it's like couch fabric. It's couch fabric is what it is. So I've got a lot of pieces of it. I've got a lot of fabric. I have a quilting machine, so I have a lot of fabric, but a lot of it now is in pieces. So if anybody's looking for fabric pieces, let me know. Get in touch with me. I'm on Facebook. That's the best way to get in touch with me. Is on Facebook, on private messenger. Excuse me. That way is the best way to get in touch with me. But that's it for me today. I just want to jump on for a quick little bit and see what everybody was up to and kind of show some of the stuff that I'm into. And thank y'all for coming. I appreciate it, Rita. I appreciate it, Jen. Thank you so much, because I'd have been here by myself if it weren't for you two. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.